Sound like a rap song, guy?
It could possibly be, but the old time dub song, old time dancehall.
I guess I'd have to hear the original. That didn't sound like the original. Or did it?
No, probably not.
Mm,
Probably had a little of my little mix, my little spice on it.
mm, true that. Oh,
Speaking about a little mix, a little spice, I saw DJ Agile put up a post. Um, I guess maybe he put it up yesterday.
what did it
It's,
say?
well, it's a post that he did about how he remixed Snow Allegra's song "Do for Love."
I think I did see that.
All right, and then he gave it an Amapiano twist, and he just went through the processes of how he did the vocals, did the drum kicks, then did the bass line, and
Hmm.
added his little Amapiano mix to it, twist to it, and then how he did his little singing in the background. He's
Yes. Oh,
yes,
sorry. Sorry.
he's
Oh,
like
oh, 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 oh my God.
he's like I'm not a singer.
I do
I,
remember.
I can carry a tune.
I remember that. That was the first time he talked about that? No, he talked about that before somewhere, right?
About him being a singer,
Yeah.
I'm not too sure.
I think he talked about being a singer before, I could be wrong.
But
I could.
yeah, it was a dope 5 minute video of the process and pretty captivating.
Captivating's good. When agile nerds out, it's usually captivating.
Mm-hmm.
You can learn a thing or two from that guy.
Of course, he's a professional.
All right?
He's a professional in his profession.
Professional is profession. Can you be a professional and it not be your profession?
You want to know what? Funny enough, I had this conversation with. It's a good question. I had this conversation with someone um during the week last week. Big argument, right? And we're talking about
Professionals?
speaking like you know things about a certain area or profession that you're not in, right? And he's arguing with me like, how can you argue with someone who does that particular thing,
Hmm.
right? And I'm like, just because somebody, okay, so for instance, like a basketball player,
Mm-hmm.
right? So so my okay, and it came okay, and it was all about the playoffs are different,
Hmm.
and I'm like, that is just what people say. I don't
Hmm.
personally believe that playoffs are different,
Hmm.
right? And it's conventional thought. Everybody thinks playoffs are different, right? But I guess maybe I just think against the grain. But I said I don't believe that playoffs are different. And he goes, well, even the players say the playoffs are different. And I say, well, just because the players say doesn't mean that it's true. Because players more often than not say things that other players say. For instance, if you watch a post game interview about how a game went, you'll see that players usually just go through the motions and say like the stereotypical things. Like they all sound like the same,
Hmm.
you know? And I go, but you can also not be in something and know something about a thing, right? And he goes, nah, why would I listen to you if these guys play the game? I go, well, maybe these guys play the game, but somebody else can be on the outside analyzing the game in a different way than the players who play the game actually analyze it. I go, for instance, how many people say that Barkley and these guys don't know what they're talking about when they're talking? But these guys have played the game. These guys have been at the pinnacle of the game.
Hmm.
So anyways, the funny thing is, in that argument, I forgot to mention that one time I was cutting Wesley Matthews' hair,
Hmm.
right? And Wesley Matthews and this guy in the shop got into an argument or a debate about Kevin Love going to join LeBron in Cleveland,
Hmm.
right? So this guy didn't know that it was Wesley Matthews. I purposely made sure that like I didn't tell anybody, oh, this is Wesley Matthews from the Portland Trail Blazers. Get his
Hmm.
haircut. I didn't want to make it a thing in the shop, right? So, anyways, this guy, one of my clients is like, He's like, Kevin Love's going to Cleveland, and Wesley Matthews goes, man, you don't even know what you're talking about. What do you know? And he goes, I don't know what you're talking about. You don't know what you're talking about. And Wesley Matthews like sitting there laughing like this guy doesn't even know who I am.
Right.
Like I know stuff. Like I'm in this. This is what I do. So this guy's debating. Then at the end of it, everybody dapped up. Wesley left. Wesley came because Jamie McNeely brought him here to get a haircut because he was, getting he was a groomsman for Jamie's wedding. So now when the guy left, my client sat in the chair and I go, you know who that was? He goes, no. I go, that was Wesley Matthews. He goes, that was Wesley Matthews from the Trailblazers? I go, yeah. He goes, I'm arguing with Wesley Matthews about basketball. So anyways, long story short, 2 months later, Kevin Love goes to Cleveland. Right. So then in my argument with my buddy, I forgot to say, like, hey man, sometimes just because you're in it, you don't analyze it the way that someone from outside can analyze it. And when you're in the fishbowl, you don't know. So just I guess that's a long-winded way to say. Yeah, sometimes you don't have to be a professional in your profession, but
shut up, guy. If I come and tell you how to cut hair, you'll run me out of the store, guy.
No. Yeah, there's people.
It's different.
There's people that come to my shop that don't cut hair or have the experience that I have, and then when they come and they start working, I like, oh, okay, I like that. I like what they're doing there. Like I like that technique, but
they're a hair cutter.
You per se can't come and start telling me what to do if it's not something that you particularly have any interest in or study or have any knowledge of. Maybe you could tell me how you what you like.
I got like 500 haircuts in my life, guy. I know what I'm talking about, guy.
Then you probably do know what you're talking about.
I don't know what I'm talking about. I don't even know the difference between a fade and a taper and a this and a that, guy.
You could talk football with somebody, though.
Yeah.
And you could probably talk football with the best of them, no?
Yeah.
You ever play football?
Like not real football.
Nah, right there, my buddy. That's what I'm saying.
What do you mean? Oh, guy, that don't work. That was a long story, guy. It's different. I find, but I hear you. It makes sense. But there's like that story is more about what that guy is going to do. Like that's not about basketball, almost. I guess, right? You know what I mean? It is about basketball, but it's not about basketball, kind of. So that's where I could see somebody else coming up. But if you're going to talk to that guy about, you should turn a little bit. Like if I tell you should just turn your body just a little bit to the left here. You know what I mean?
Or if you take a hard dribble bounce to the left and you're pulling up your shot, then you need to try and get the shot instead of in the middle of your body over the right shoulder.
Stop yelling at your son, guy. What the hell, guy?
No, I'm yelling at OG right now on that last shot last night.
Oh, yeah. Start, guy.
Yeah, yelling at my son.
Don't start, guy.
You'll stop yelling at your son.
Stop yelling at him, guy. Oh, OG. I wanted to call you during the game yesterday, actually, but I thought you'd probably be working during the game.
I was working. I was working. I didn't get to it till like the last 9 minutes of the fourth quarter. I was seeing kind of things on the ticker. What were you gonna say?
Nothing. It just goes to, sometimes it's not the last play of the game. Sometimes it's plays in the third quarter with 7 minutes left, and fourth quarter with 12 minutes and 11 minutes left that ruin the game for you.
What happened, man? Because when I left work and I was like, okay, they're up like 18 or something like that.
Ball started sticking, I guess.
But also,
the other team was hitting shots though. Still, you can't fight that.
What I also did kind of have an understanding or fear of is close to the beginning of the game, Raptors were killing, but then one of the announcers says, "And Raptors, they're doing the damn thing, and they're up, and they've been shooting at 68%." And I said, "Okay, all right, that's a wrap. That's a wrap. Like, ain't nobody finishing a game up 68%,
Yeah. It all comes back around to the law of averages, they say.
Right.
So it goes.
Right.
Oh, God, I'm exhausted, guy.
Yeah, long week. It's Friday.
It is Friday. No, you know what? Junior's her schedule changed.
Okay.
And now that her schedule's changed, I mean, it's not the worst thing in the world. It's just change. That's all. So that's why we're running a little late today. To make sure she got to where she was going, which wasn't an issue before.
It wasn't okay. It wasn't a thing before.
Wasn't a thing before.
It wasn't a thing that you had to consider.
Yeah, just roll out of bed at 7:40, wash my face, guy, and then turn on the lights, and I can start the show. And especially with the weather now, too, you got to make sure she's getting where she's going. In the summer, she can ride her bike or something, guy. Ride her bike, walk, jog, whatever it is. She can do that in the summer, but not at 7 o'clock in this weather. Especially out here, man. It's been wild up here lately. Wild in the streets of the Hammer.
Yeah.
Yeah. Where
you are, is it windy?
Is it windy?
Yeah. Does it get like extra windy because you're like on top of the escarpment, or it doesn't work like that?
I don't think it works like that. No. I mean, the only time it gets windy is when there's like it's windy for everybody, I think. Yeah. Wind warnings about. I think the cool thing up here is fog, I guess, when it gets foggy. So it's like really dense up here. And then like as I'm going to work, I think I mentioned this before, as I'm going to work, for example.
Okay.
Like as you go down the mountain, down the escarpment, and it lightens up. So it's kind of cool to do that.
Oh, okay. Okay. So you come out of the
fog, or go into the fog as you're going through the mountain. So that's pretty cool. That's a phenomena of living way up here in the mountain, in the sky.
Okay. Okay.
There you go. That's your thing. How's it over there? You guys got freezing rain over there yet? Or no, it just stayed warm? Or you don't know? You got to ask Jeeves.
I don't know. I heard school got canceled yesterday.
Really?
Well, yeah. Because of some freezing rain, and I had no clue. But as the day was going on, I said. So, I guess my first notice of it was I got to work at 11 o'clock. Then a lady calls at 11, and she says, "Jay, I'm supposed to have an appointment at 1 o'clock. But is there any possible way I can come earlier?" And I'm like, "Sorry, but everything's booked. I'd love to accommodate you."
That's not how it works around these parts.
She goes, "My here is 20 minutes. It'll be really quick." I go, "Yeah, I know, but just all time is accounted for." And I go, "You can't come later?" She goes, "Well, because the weather and it's freezing rain." And I'm like, I looked outside, like, I don't see what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Right. So, anyways, she was gonna cut with Ronan yesterday. So then, Ronan's first appointment got canceled, and so then I called her and I said, "You know what? If you can come right now, you can get it done now." She goes, "Oh, thanks." So that was my first knowledge of something to do with freezing rain, but I couldn't see it. I'm like, "What are you talking about?" So then somebody else came with their kid for a haircut.
Yeah.
Right. I didn't pay no mind to why a kid was in the shop like this early in the day. But I guess that's because school was canceled. And then my son, Kareem, my brother, posts a picture of my son dunking. Right. So I'm like, because I'm like, how did that happen? Because as far as I know, we had a conversation during the week. That was his last basketball game for the year. He wasn't going to get to play because he had to go to work. And that was a whole discussion between me and him about why? First, why do you even have to work? Right? Like he just started this new job, right?
He probably just looked at you and like, you told me to be responsible. You told me that I gotta, and this is like what big kids do. And
no, but my whole thing was, why do you even have to work? Meaning that I've given him many opportunities to make money. Like I've given him many jobs, right? Only knowing that if I employ him, he has a sports schedule that is going to be interrupted by work somewhere or another, right? So anyway, I seen him dunking in the game. I'm like, I thought you had to go to work, and I go, you're gonna miss your last basketball game to go make $40. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like your last high school basketball game of life to make 40. I need money. I go, what are you talking about, right? But anyways, when I seen the video, then when I spoke to him, I go, how come you got to? How do you get to play? He goes, because they canceled work because of the storm. And I'm like, what's a storm? Everybody keeps talking about this ice.
Yeah, because it never got cold. It rained all day, just never got cold.
Okay, so anyway, yeah, I didn't see no. I heard about it, but
so long way to say it's there's no freezing rain outside.
Yeah, I guess. Who knows?
Put your goddamn shorts on.
Yeah, it might catch me today though. Like, I might catch that one patch.
You fallen lately? You slipped lately, guy? You had any proof that you've lost agility in your life recently?
No.
No slips, no falls, no oh my goshes?
No. But I did see somebody slip before, and I said to myself, I don't know if I could recover out of that anymore. You know, like before, if I slipped on a piece of ice, like I turn it into a dance and just start slipping on purpose, you know. But now I'm like, yo, but yo, like right now, I feel like if I took one of those unexpected slips, like something might slip out of socket. Like,
I remember when you used to like see the ice and just run down the street and just slide on the ice. Guy?
Oh,
you still do that, guy? You still do that?
No, because I'm not on the road. I'm just in the barbershop now.
All right, you got valet. I forget, guy. Valet service. You don't have to do that kind of stuff. I don't walk.
That was good times, man. Running and sliding on the ice.
With your hands in your pocket, guy.
Hold up. This guy's Tom Cruise.
Like you do when you used to do the battles, guy. The battles on the ice. You get the Trippa Man guy. You ever guys did that at your school? Like face off, guy. You're next. Ha 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 ha. Try to give him the slew foot guy on the ice. Gotta have a good base guy, low center of gravity guy.
Imagine parents like, you know, like you see your kid coming and they're mash up and like, how did this happen? And they tell you that they were playing ice tackle or something. We
were playing kill the man with the ball. What's that? They get the ball. They try to kill you. Oh, that's some crazy shit, yo. All of that.
Like you as a kid, that's like the best, and parents
like
that
waiting to go to recess, guy. I'm gonna go play kill the man. Give me the ball. Let's play kill the man.
Yo, wow.
There's that or snow jobs. The kids can't get snow jobs anymore.
No.
Right? You get arrested?
Oh, for sure.
Right? For giving somebody a snow job?
For sure.
Or is that called something different now in 2023? I shouldn't say that.
Snow job?
Sounds like that should be on the Late Show. We talked about this on the Late Show, yo.
He gave you a what?
Get out of my house. Oh, fuzz. See, look at that. I changed the fuzz because it's early in the morning. Oh, you got anything exciting this weekend?
No.
Anybody got Raptors? My daughter's looking for Raptors tickets. Anybody got Raptors tickets for Sunday? Let me know. Hit me up. You know where to find me.
Raptors home? I thought Raptors are on a 7-game away trip.
Good question. Well, I mean, she told me she needs tickets. Well, this goes to the whole, you know.
But I did hear something saying that Raptors have an early start on Sunday. So when I heard that, I'm like, well, that must be home because I feel like home is the only place that they do that.
Raptors Knicks. Raptors versus Knicks. This looks like the Air Canada Center. Is this the Air Canada Center?
Raptors Knicks again?
Yeah, they do that now. They do, like, you know, play the team like 7 games straight and shit now. Which I guess I guess is good or better or whatever for travel and stuff.
Mm.
It's a little weird though to watch it like that.
When I did catch the end of the game last night, I saw this new face on the court. This kid that I learned his name is Joe Wieskamp or Wiskamp.
Is that the shooter guy?
Yeah.
I was just listening about the shooter guy on the radio.
What were you hearing?
He's the new shooter guy, but he's better than our old shooter guys because he's taller, a little bit weak on defense, but it's easier to hide people on defense when they're a little bit taller and got some little bit of better at basketball IQ.
Okay.
I heard he went into the combine just being like, yo, I'm the best shooter, but I got to do the combine because I got to show that I can do some other stuff. And here he is now.
It's like that. Okay. Yeah, so I heard he got drafted 41 overall in 2021 to San Antonio Spurs, and then we just picked him up from the Milwaukee G League.
Yeah, something like that, right?
But he's a gunner like that.
That's what I hear.
Okay. I mean, they do need a gunner.
Do they though?
I mean,
I guess everybody needs one.
Yeah. They do need a gunner to like honestly help space the floor.
True. Anything for Sunday? That was quick. Let's see. The internet works. I got a list of Raptors games, but anything for Sunday? Anyways, internet's an amazing thing. So what else? What's the guy's name again? Joe Cool.
Joe Cool. Joe.
That's his new name.
Glass Joe.
Glass Joe. Joe Mama.
Joe Dirt.
Anything on television? Oh, today what's on
television? Oh man, television. Yeah, man.
Guy, you don't ever seem like that on when I say television, man. You seem so excited about taking more time for yourself. Yeah, I like that.
Television, yeah, man.
Friday too. All my shows come out on Friday.
Oh yeah.
I got pair shows to watch when I get off here. I got to try to fit one in between now and my first meeting.
Oh, so you're saying like they come out weekly, but Friday's the day that they drop?
Yeah. Well, most of them. Like I got a nice little list for Fridays. A bunch of shows are back out right now too.
Okay. In the group chat, in the SS group chat, during the week, I think it was like Tuesday, like they were talking about this show, and they said that it's a super dope show, and they said season 2 just started. So they're going on about it. I'm like, which show are you guys talking about? And they said the show called Your Honor. Your Honor's
that's what I'm saying. That's first on the list right now.
My guy. So I said, the way these guys are talking about it, I said, is it a show that I could put on in the shop? Is it gonna offend people? Or they go, no, you can put on in the shop. Man, this show is so good.
Yeah, man.
This show is so good. And Walter White is Bryan Cranston from Breaking Bad and Malcolm in the Middle fame. His character as a judge is like Walter White's a judge now. Like it's a really, really good show. It's the first 2 episodes were like high stress. I'm like, yo, what's gonna happen now? What's gonna happen now? Oh my god, what the?
Yeah, it keeps you moving.
It does.
You don't think it'll be like that as it starts. I think. Well, I didn't think it'd be like that as it started. So it's good. Yeah. Now season 2 just started, and season 2's off to a roaring start
already. I'm on episode 8 right now.
How many episodes are there?
10. There's 10 episodes. I'm on episode 8, and I'm like, how's this even gonna turn out? And then I'm like, how could it even be a season 2? Because I don't like. Right? I can't even imagine what's gonna happen that they'll be able to be a season 2.
In fairness, the first 45 minutes of season 2, I was like, oh, where the fuck's this going? Okay. Where's this going? Where's this going? And then I was like, oh shoot. So now I'm just ready for episode 2. So that's lit. So that's on my list for today.
Well, I see that there's a way that the writers now are writing series and movies. Well, series. I wouldn't say movies. Writing series in a way that has you cheering for the criminals, The first time I experienced that was with The Wire, when they had you cheering for Omar. I don't know. Do you watch The Wire?
Never heard of an Omar before.
Omar was the first time I ever seen a black gay hitman
Person?
on television, and they wrote the character that you're just cheering for Omar, right? I'm like, wow, like these guys are tricky the way they the way they wrote this, you know. But then, yeah, like and with this show, they have you cheering for the criminal, and the criminal is actually, if you're not paying attention, is the protagonist of the show, right? But if you're not realizing, like, yo, this guy's a bad guy, man. You know, kind of like Ozark with the birds. You know,
he's a good guy. Well, Marty's not the villain guy. Marty's the hero, man.
You know which people died because of Marty?
Yeah, man. Marty's the hero, man. He's just trying to save his family, guy.
You see, it was all perspective, right? So I mean,
Marty's a hero.
I don't even want to get into a Kanye conversation about how he loves Hitler. It's all perspective.
Yeah.
It's all perspective. And these guys write it so good that they have you even like lose focus. And like right now, I'm watching BMF and I'm like cheering for the guys to become big drug dealers and take over the world.
You guys were reading Choose Your Own Adventure, like fucking career, salary, fucking this, that. Drug dealer. I'm in.
You could do it. You could do it. All you need is to get this coke into Atlanta.
You got it.
And you boss
up. You boss up. Boss up. Oh, so Your Honor, what else? Your Honor, anything else live in your up? What do you call it on Google?
Well, right now for me, it's Your Honor and BMF.
I gotta watch that. I probably won't watch it. You think I'd like it?
Family. I mean, it's good. Like, there's no way that you can watch it and not be, interested. Like, it's definitely good. Entertaining for sure.
Anybody, you watch Kaleidoscope yet?
Not yet. People are talking about it. People keep coming to the shop talking about it and saying that and you can watch it in any order. It doesn't matter. And I'm like, are you talking about Friends? You talking about Seinfeld? You can watch it in any order?
Fucking Care Bears. Care Bears.
Like, I can watch Cosby Show in any order. Like, what's the big deal? You go, no, because it all like connects and it doesn't matter which way, because the way they produced it is that, like if you watch this one, then you get a different perspective, but then it all ends up tying in. And I'm like, okay.
That's why I haven't watched it yet. I think it sounds daunting, guys. It sounds like I'm not gonna be able to talk about it with anybody after. I have to write down what order I watch it in and shit.
That's a Choose Your Own Adventure, right? That one right there.
There was somebody did a Choose Your. What's that? Oh, what's that show? What was that?
Black Mirror.
Black Mirror did the Choose Your Own Adventure.
Black Mirror, yeah. I remember that. I was excited to watch that Choose Your Own Adventure because I'm like, how's this gonna work? Brought me back to grade 6.
Like that was a true Choose Your Own event. No, guy, we don't want you. No grade 6. You chose the wrong adventure in grade 6. Guy.
Yo,
this guy chose pressed the wrong button, guy. Don't press that button, guy.
I didn't choose it, man. I just looked on the list and they said go into this guy's class. Like, that's the class I'm in.
Williams. Fuck, that is crazy. Yeah, man. I don't like these once a week shows anymore, though. I can't stand them. But now everything's going to once a week. Even Netflix is changing to once a week. I get it, but it's stupid. Like I can't wait because I finish it like so by tonight. All my shows for the week will be done, guy. And I'll just sit here and not be able to watch television. Got to watch pure reruns, guy.
Right. So you gotta ignore a show that you like for a long time just so you can so you're able to binge it.
And I can't do it. I can't do it. FOMO, I guess. People are gonna be talking about my shows.
Somebody told me about Alice in Borderland. Did you ever watch that?
I heard about it. It's on my list somewhere.
I heard about it, and I was never compelled to watch it. Like the first time I ever seen it was after I finished Squid Games. You know, like when you're watching Netflix and then your show just continues into the next show and into the next show, and then when it's done, then it just gives you suggestions for 2 other shows or something. And Alice in Borderland was a suggestion, but I was like, "What's this?" But then other people now started telling me it was kind of like Squid Games. And I'm like, why do I want kind of like Squid Games? But then they're like, but it's better. I'm like, better? They're like, yeah, it's a better story. And then they said that the next season is good. So I haven't seen Alice in Borderland. I may start that soon.
I haven't watched that. Yeah, I need something. I'm probably going to watch Kaleidoscope next. Well, in between my freaking shows right now.
Okay. Have you ever watched the show that I told you about, the movie Athena? And I said that the way that they filmed it was like just the most amazing. You remember me talking about it? And I said that they filmed it all in one take.
Yeah. Okay.
And it was like super high intense and it's crazy. And it was like an amazing movie.
That in itself will make me watch it.
And not amazing in the fact that like it's amazing storyline, but just the cinematography. Where I was saying like, I'm sure like when that director was done with that movie, he's like, all right, let me see them top this.
Yeah, I watched things out of my genre because of that. I watched 1917s like that.
Okay.
Did you watch that?
No, but I heard about it.
So 1917's that one take shit, and it's amazing. And The Haunting of Hill House.
That was one take?
One episode. There's one episode, and it's like episode 5 or 6. But I read about it, and they were like, "Yo, this is what's up." And I was like,
to go back and watch that.
I'm gonna watch this show. It's the episode in the what do you call those things? In the house. In the
house.
Not the cemetery, the whatchamacallit, whatever. Where you go for the viewing, the funeral home. So they're going from the funeral home back and forth, and it was just all one take. So it was episode 5 or 6, and that was amazing. And I don't like, you guys know I don't like horror movies. Like, I'm scared of horror movies. So, and that's not really a horror. That's more of a thriller. I've realized that there's a difference between horror and thriller. Suspense thriller. So if you haven't watched Haunting a Hill House, that's dope. And yeah, episode 5 or 6 in there is something. There's another series about it too, about those people or that guy or some shit.
Well, the Athena movie, it's based in France. So there's overdub. I watched it in English overdub. I'm gonna go watch it again and watch it with just the subtitles and hear the French accents. But what's sick about it is that I spoke to somebody about it in my shop, and he goes, "I'll give it a try." And he came back and goes, "Yo, that was amazing. That was just amazing." Right? And I go, "Right?" And he goes, and then recently they put a making of Athena on Netflix. Did you see that? I go, "No." So then we started watching it as I was cutting his hair, and I'm like, I got excited because now they're showing how they created certain shots. I'm like, oh, that's how they did that, because that's what kind of blew my mind. I was like, how did they do this? When I was watching, you know?
Right.
I'm like, what the hell? How did they do this? And then they show how they did it, and I'm like, yo. So that got me even more excited to go watch Athena again. So
I'm trying to find that episode. Anyways, there's that one episode
of The Haunting on Hill House.
Yeah, it's episode 5 or 6, one of the two. It's wild. It was so cool because
I'll research it because I definitely want to see that, because that'll be something that'll interest me for sure. Is to see how they did a one shot, a one take episode.
One shot.
One shot.
They got to clarify.
Yeah, one shot.
And 1970, yeah. And so you said, sorry, 1917 you haven't seen?
I haven't seen that one. I need to watch that one as well.
Turn it on in the shop. You can turn that on in the shop. I think maybe there's like a couple of blown off arms or something like that, but I'm pretty sure you can watch it in the shop.
The Haunting on Hill House. Yeah, I want to go back and watch that.
Because what's the other one? Haunting of Bly Manor, maybe some shit like that. There's 2 of them, but that one
I didn't watch that one.
I think that's the same people, but I try to manage my scary. Like right now, I'm watching Servant. You heard of Servant?
No.
Servant's on Apple TV. It's what's his face? M. Night Shyamalan or whatever his name is. M. Night. That's a TV show he does on Apple TV. It's called Servant.
Is Guanin good?
I like it. It's got me. If I'm watching a scary show, then it's good. It's got to be good. Not too. It's not gory and stuff. So it's a little bit wild. And it's the last season, I think. So it's I mean, he's a good. What is he? A director? He's a good director. So he keeps that shit going well. Keeps you thinking. We're waiting for the big twist right now. Here comes the big twist, they tell us. So I'm ready.
Okay. Okay. Well, today I'm gonna finish up. I'll finish up Your Honor. So I have 2 episodes left, and I'll definitely get those done in the shop today. And I'm excited to see how they're able to create it, that there's a season 2 available, because I can't even see it.
You can't see it until you see it, to be honest. You just never. I was like, what the fuck is going on here? Oh, sorry. What the frig is going on here? So yeah, you should probably go right into the first episode, because the season doesn't really start until the second episode, I'm assuming. If that makes sense.
Okay. So I see what you're saying. So just do the last 2 and then hit episode 1.
And then breathe.
Okay.
Then you can. All right. Now I'm ready.
Okay. That makes sense. So the second episode is when you get into it. It's kind of like Arnold Schwarzenegger when he said,
"I'll be back."
No,
I'll be back.
He was in an interview one day, and he said, "Making your first million is always the hardest." So he said, start with the second million.
Just go for it.
Start with the second million.
Go
the
hard.
First million is too hard.
Go hard or go home. No, I hear that.
So I'll start with season 2, episode 2.
Yeah, it's like the second last episode is always the best episode. Don't you notice that? You ever notice that?
That started being a thing. Yeah, you're right.
Ever since this whole thing, second last episode always the best episode, because then the last episode will try to tie this is what happened and stuff. But the second last episode is just the madness. That's where the gunfight's happening, or the person gets revealed and all that stuff, and then they have the denouement. Is that what they call it? The denouement. That's when the
denouement. This guy said denouement. Like he took OSC English. Oh my!
I had to, guy. I needed the credit, guy. I was playing too much basketball, guy. I couldn't figure out the difference between being at school and playing basketball.
Oh my!
Denouement.
Denouement. He said, "Good for you."
See, I'm not just a pretty face.
That's why you make the big bucks.
I'm not just a pretty face, guy. So it goes. Anyways.
Well, today's Friday, my brother.
All day. Wait. This is our 34th cold pizza.
34? Was that Lawrence Taylor?
It's Thurman Thomas, guy.
Thurman. Who was the 34? Shaq?
Shaq was a 34. There's a number of 34s, I'm sure. Barkley was a 34. Famous number 34.
I think that's it.
Nah, there's gonna be like 40 of them. Walter Payton.
Walter Payton was 34. Elijah was 34.
Paul Pierce. David Ortiz. Paul. He's the guy in the wheelchair, guy. Bo Jackson, Ricky Williams, Thurman Thomas.
What?
Kirby Puckett. Nolan Ryan, Charles Barkley, Ray Allen, Herschel Walker, Halladay.
34.
Roy Halladay, big up to Roy. Raleigh Fingers. Oh, here we go. Here's one for Tadao. Rashard Mendenhall. Tadao must be in the house. Nobody knows who Rashard Mendenhall is. Big up to Rashard Mendenhall. I think he might have got me a couple fantasy points at one time in my life. There you go. There you go. Anyways, 34 gold pizzas.
Yes. Big up to 34 and all the famous 34s out there. Shouts out to you.
Is that the end of the show today?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Everybody have a wonderful bloody weekend.
Have a great weekend, everybody.
Oh, there's people, right? There could be people, and we got to go to Aristotle's up today. Let's go visit Aristotle this morning. Oh shit! Press the wrong button. Please hold. Everybody, put your fog lights on. It's foggy. Not your high beams, your fog lights. Just for the record, some people put on their high beams in the fog, and it's a disaster.
Yeah, it's wild. Create a kaleidoscope out there.
Go Bills indeed. Mr. D Mac, good morning. Go Bills indeed. Take the over, everybody. Take the over. Take the over. All right, we're going to go see DJ Aristotle this morning to wake you guys up a little bit more. Everybody have a wonderful weekend. Use your fog lights. Check the weather before you go outside because you don't want to be in your snow pants and think it's freezing rain out there when it's like +6.
And then it's going to be hard to use the washroom after because you got to take your snow pants off.
Yeah, be careful with your snow pants, man. What else? Go Bills.
I can't even say let's go Raptors.
You can though. No.
Yeah, I could say it. Like I actually did say it when I said I can't say it.
You got to say it with your chest out, okay? You can't say it anymore anyways, whatever. Who's here? Fine. You can't say it.
Somebody selling the team.
Tadal, big up. Actually, Hannah, Alicia Dre, Alien Gathering, Commander Root, DH Lady, good morning. Fox G's in the break room, Fun Fit Mom, the Chris Trini, good morning. Miss Sylvia, Mr. D Mac, the Complex Field, and QWERTY Queen. Y'all have a wonderful, wonderful weekend. We'll catch you on Tuesday, 9:30 p.m. for episode 78.
It's Friday, y'all. Make the best of it. Enjoy your weekend.
Holler. Peace out, y'all.
JT.Hotshot one time.
Bum, 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 bum. All right, we're out.